So in recent years, I've gotten pretty into the hobby of writing. As you guys may know, I haven't been making as many YouTube videos, and I still want somewhat of an outlet to put stuff down into real life. And yeah, writing has just been a really positive thing for me. And you guys know me at this point. I've kind of gone balls to the walls trying to find a optimal way to write the best. Probably not necessary, but I just kind of wanted to have somewhat of a thought experiment to see what could writers be using to maximize their writing. So yeah, this is what I've came up with, and I've been really happy with a lot of it. And in today's video, we'll be going ahead and giving you a tour of the setup. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. So everything is running off of this pretty old Mac Mini that I got in 2021 for $80 from my university's surplus store. I have experimented with a number of computers on this monitor that we'll talk about later. And yeah, this one just has really good compatibility with it. And I just had it and it works for what I need it to. It has a dual core i5, 4 gigs of DDR3 RAM, and I put an SSD in it. And yeah, it's been good enough for what I need it to do. It's not amazingly fast, but yeah, it's good enough. So I just have a stack of books right here. I just have too many books. I kind of ran out of space. But on top of it, I just have my old books. Nova Air, this thing is like a few years old at this point, but occasionally I'll like to be able to jot some stuff down, or it's also useful to just have like my synced books I take notes on for my other tablets. And yeah, this one's just chill because it's pretty small. So I just leave it right here. And yeah, pretty great tablet still, even in 2025. Although I don't know if I'd recommend it at this point. The desk is a custom one that I got made on Etsy, and then I attached these legs that I got from eBay. They're from a mid-century modern table that was made in Japan, and yeah, it's been pretty rock solid. The keyboard is a QK60 HHKB variant with Boba U4Ts. The switches are not tuned or anything, so they sound not the best. But yeah, I'm using GMK white on black, and then I don't know where the heck I got this spacebar from. So yeah, this trackball is a Logitech M570. I got it from the thrift store for like $1, and then I just put this like random trackball I had. I have no idea where this trackball came from, but yeah, works pretty great, and the battery life is amazing. So the monitor is a boox Mira Pro. It is a 25.3-inch 130 ppi monochrome e-ink monitor that I honestly have no idea if it's made anymore. This thing was really expensive when I bought it, and this is my second one because the first one died like a month after I got it. And yeah, I had to fight B&H for a month to get a replacement, and that was a whole fiasco. It kind of soured me on the monitor. Now that I've had more time with it, I'm kind of enjoying it a lot more than when I initially got it, and it's also super beta-y. I would highly not recommend this monitor unless you really know what you want, and yeah, I really like it, but I'm kind of in a special class of really dumb people. So everything is held on by a Herman Miller Ollin monitor arm. This is a pretty bougie monitor arm that I got for like $80 online. It was used, but yeah, showed up in great condition, so I'm very thankful for that. And I prefer this monitor arm because, as you can see, it doesn't protrude back, so I can put this desk completely flat against the wall, and I just really love the way it looks, especially with this monitor. The color of the gray monitor arm with the gray monitor, I think it was a match made in heaven. So the lamp is a Tizio lamp mini. There are bigger ones that I have in my desk setup actually. This is a smaller one. I got it 5 years ago and I've like never changed the bulb, and it's been very reliable. These things are really bougie and definitely not necessary. I'm just like a really big fan of the guy who designed it. His name is Richard Tapper. So I'm a pretty big fan of incense because I use them while meditating and praying. And yeah, these have been my favorites from this brand called Nippon Kondo. I just got like a big pack on Amazon, and I like go through a few of them every day. That is a little ball that I have. I forgot the brand, but I'll try to put a link in the description down below. That is a hasami plate that I'm using as kind of like an ashtray for my incense. And yeah, I'm just kind of like pretty into incense nowadays, and like I think I became like a grandpa when I was in the countryside in Japan because now I like drink matcha every day too. So yeah. The chair is a sitting office chair. It's made in Korea and it's actually pretty reasonable for how much better it is than the other chairs on the market. Before this, I was using that little meditation stool to type, and this is like a real game changer. It's just actually like surprisingly comfortable. I'm like already fairly used to sitting like crisscross or whatever, and yeah, this definitely elevates it. So highly recommended. Made in Korea. Make a dedicated video on this monitor, so I thought I'd just kind of go ahead and give my brief thoughts about it because there's not too many videos or information about ink monitors in general. So while this video was mainly made for writers, I actually use this for more than just writing. I mainly do my Anki here nowadays, now that I'm in my hometown for a little while and not in LA. I've just been really enjoying it. And yeah, so this is my main Anki spot. And as you might guess, it works amazing for Anki because it is just, black and white or whatever. So yeah. The writing response rate is pretty quick, as you can see. It's like, responding quickly to what I'm trying to do. Um, yeah, whatever. It works really well. And I think that this monitor really excels in the stuff that I'm showing you guys today. So you might have noticed, but I'm pretty into studying Japanese, and as a result, I tend to read a lot of Japanese books. And at the moment, this monitor has been really amazing for just plopping on a massive book in this app called Two Reader. Sometimes I'll do really large books, and it's really useful just having both of them side by side. And yeah, it's honestly a really great setup. This is really where this monitor shines. So I currently have the backlight monitor on one cool and one bright. As you can see, you can make it significantly brighter, which, oh, that is very bright. I prefer this one cool, one warm. And yeah, not every variation of this monitor had the front light, only the newer model did, and mine is one of the newer models. Here's the same text on a 300 ppi panel, both with front lights. And yeah, when it's at this size, you can kind of see the grainy text, but as long as it's readable, um, it's like, pretty solid. And yeah, this has just been like an awesome reading experience. And then here's what the monitor looks like in the ultra clear mode. As you can see, whoa, that is way slower. And the ghosting is still pretty apparent. But that being said, look at how much sharper that is. Wow. I don't know if I would actually use this because guess it's pretty usable if all you're doing is reading, but I tend to interact with the text pretty actively whilst I'm reading. And yeah, as you can see, manga looks pretty amazing on this. Um, Such a dream to see this on such a big screen. So yeah, pretty amazing. I don't know how much video stuff I would do on this. It's kind of like taking a minivan to a race course. It's not really designed for that, but you technically could. I think when you play videos on e-ink displays, it really shortens the panel's lifespan, so I try to avoid too much movement as much as possible in general. So as I alluded to earlier in the video, I probably would not recommend this to like 99% of the general population. It's pretty buggy sometimes, and I've had to do a lot of trial and error to get it to run as best as possible. At some point, I was running with like a display link USB-C adapter and like figuring out the best way to get it to work with like the dithering on M1 MacBooks and whatnot. And yeah, it's like this whole ordeal. So if you know what I'm talking about and you know it's for you, maybe you should look more into it. But for most people, it's probably a no-go. So yeah, that's it for the setup today. Thanks for watching, you guys. I kind of made this because I'm still working on the productivity desk setup for 2026. I think it's like the 10-year anniversary for my desk setup videos, so I kind of want it to be a banger. So you guys will get this in the meantime while I'm still cooking that up. So yeah, thanks for watching.